Today I want to show you how to get over a guy. Yes, get over him finally. No more thoughts. You completely forget about him. Can it be done? Yes, it can be done. It can be done when you understand that you don't need him and that you won't ever need him in the future. No matter when he rejected you. Maybe it was after your first date and he said, hey, I just see you as a friend. I don't see you as a romantic partner. I know that it hurts. Or maybe you were already dating this guy. You were already starting a relationship with him and he then rejected you in the first couple of weeks of the relationship. Or maybe you've been dating him for a couple of years and he left you for another woman. No matter what happened, I know that it's a painful experience, but I also know, and I really know that from all my Skype coaching clients who I helped to get over a guy, that you don't need him. At some point, your heart will realize it. Right now, you have to realize it on a logical level. You don't need this guy. You might say, I want him so bad, I want him back. Or maybe you say, I don't want him back, but I have to think about him all the time. How can I get over him? You can get over him by realizing that you won't need him in the future and you don't need him now. Why? Because you can do so much better, especially if you become the woman men adore. If you have this quality that men can't resist, which is something that you will discover if you click on the link in the description and watch this video, then you will be able to get a man who's so much better than this guy. I promise you. The new guy that you will attract will make more money. He will be more successful. He will be more handsome. He will treat you better, which is the most important aspect. But this can only happen if you decide to invest in yourself and to not give up right now. I know right now you want to give up. You want to say, oh, screw man. I don't want to have anything to do with man. I just want to get over him and then move on. But believe me, if you continue to invest in yourself and if you become the woman men adore and men can't get enough of, then the next guy you will meet, a guy who's so much better than the guy who rejected you, he will show interest in you. And not only that, but he will fall for you. And this is even more likely if you surround yourself with people who support you, because then you have this belief in yourself, and that's exactly what you need. Right now you have to believe in yourself and in your ability to attract a high quality man, because once you know that you can be the woman men adore, that you can be the woman that men are obsessed with, that you can in fact attract a high quality man, when you have this belief, you won't even care about the fact that this other guy rejected you. You will just look at him with pity. In fact, you will say, hey, I feel so sorry for this guy that he rejected the amazing woman that I am, because I deserve so much better. And if you surround yourself with people who believe in you and who build you up and who show you that yes, you are a desirable, beautiful, amazing woman, then you will thrive and you will attract a man who's so much better than the guy that you used to date, even though that guy might have rejected you, but the next guy won't. You can, for example, spend time with family members who believe in you and who support you, or you can spend time with your friends who support you, or if you want to talk to me about your situation and you want me to help you to get over this guy, and especially if you want me to show you where and how you can find a man who's so much better than this guy and how you can actually attract this guy, then you can check out the link in the description and inquire for your first Skype coaching session with me. I would love to help you. But I would love it even more if you engage in fun activities and hobbies that raise your energy. Because once you get out there again in the dating market, once you go into the wilderness and you're ready to meet men again, then your energy matters. The higher your vibration, the higher your energy, the more alive you feel, the better you feel about your life and about yourself, the easier it will be for you to attract a high quality man. Because the high quality man that you want, the successful man, the handsome man, the man who has options, the man who can choose from different women, you want him to choose you. And how can you make sure that he chooses you? Nope. It's not about the way you look. Your energy is so much more important. If you can show him that you have this feminine, playful, and life-affirming energy, he will fall for you, especially if you are the woman that men adore. And then you can work on your body and make him so angry when he looks at your Facebook and Instagram pictures. I still remember this one Skype coaching client I had. She is a woman in her 40s and her husband left her for a younger woman, and she was devastated. When she had her first Skype coaching session with me, she didn't believe in herself anymore. She thought, I will never get over my husband and I will never find love again. And in the process of coaching her, we had, I think it was 4 or 5 Skype coaching sessions until she finally reached a point where she truly believed in herself. And then she made the decision for herself to work on her body and to go to the gym and to change her diet and to then upload these pictures on Instagram and Facebook. And it didn't take more than 1 week after uploading these pictures on her social media accounts until her husband contacted her again. But guess what? She's already happy with her new life and she doesn't need that guy anymore. Remember what I told you in the beginning? You won't need him anymore, but he will be so angry because he will regret it. He will regret it so much that he left you for another woman, or in case there's no other woman in the situation, that he rejected you. He will regret it so much, especially if you realize that you probably fell in love with a fantasy and not with reality. And this is true especially when you just started dating a guy, or maybe you weren't even dating yet. It was just the first or second date and he rejected you. He said, hey, let's be friends. I just don't see you in a romantic way. Does it hurt? Yes, it hurts. But why does it hurt? It hurts because you fell in love with a man who's not really that man. You fell in love with an image. You fell in love basically with an Instagram filter. You can compare it with Instagram. People look very different in real life than on Instagram. And the same is true for people on dates and in their real life. On dates, we always present ourselves from our best side. We say, hey, we have these positive qualities. We are amazing. Look at our amazing life. But we won't talk about our fears, our doubts, our worries, and our trauma. And that's why I want you to realize that you probably fell in love with a fantasy and not with the real deal. And if you write down all his negative qualities and you're then happy that you are no longer holding on to this mask, to this fantasy that you fell in love with, and you're actually happy that he's no longer in your life, then you can start dating again. Then you are finally free. So I really want you to do this either now while listening to this or after you've listened to this. Write down the negative qualities that this guy has. Any experience you can think of. Anytime he annoyed you, anytime he did something that hurt you, any quality that you don't want to have in your next partner, write it down. Because in this process of writing it down, you will realize that again, you can do so much better. And in order to fully realize this, I also want you to write down all your positive qualities and why you are a high quality woman who deserves a high value man. If you still don't believe that you're an amazing woman after this exercise, then it's really time for your first Skype coaching session with me, because I will give you the confidence that you need to get over this guy and to attract a guy who's way more successful and way more handsome than the guy who rejected you. And I want you to have faith in your ability to attract the man of your dreams, because every painful experience opens a new door. One of my Skype coaching clients, she had a very interesting and at the beginning also painful experience where she was devastated after a guy told her that he's not interested in her. I don't want to reveal why it happened to her because that's private. I just want to let you know that she's been through the same thing that you've been through. And then she decided to not give up. And we had a couple of Skype coaching sessions together. And now she's happy in a relationship with a man who loves her more than any other man has ever loved her before. And this man adores her because she decided to become the woman men adore. And now that she thinks back to this time where she was devastated and frustrated and where she was suffering because of this guy, she thinks back to this time with a smile on her face because she knows that the relationship she's in right now and the man that she's dating right now is so much better for her. And remind yourself of the fact that there are so many fish in the sea. We often make this wrong assumption about ourselves when we get rejected, that just because this one person doesn't want to date us, it means that everyone rejects us, that we are completely undesirable, and that no other person would ever want to date us. But that's not true. Just because this one guy rejected you doesn't mean that the next guy also doesn't see you in a romantic way. And it also doesn't mean that the next guy after this guy doesn't want to date you. Think about it this way. Even if just 1% of all men are attracted to you, this would mean that millions and millions of men out there would desire you. Think about it this way. And now imagine if you knew exactly how to talk to men, how to make them so obsessed with you that they can't resist you, and to become the woman that men adore and that man can't get enough of by speaking to his primal instincts. If you want to become this woman, then you have to watch the video in the description, because this video reveals how you can use a simple biological fact to become the woman that men adore by tapping into his primal desire to protect you, to care for you, and to do a few other things for you that you will discover if you watch the video in the description. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your opinion, share your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And I would love it even more if you would hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.